Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear brothers and sisters, I'm your host Hatim al-Absalam. I salute you all with the salutation of the people of paradise. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to your program, Young Leaders. Today we have wonderful leaders. We have on my right
Rayyan Ibrahim al-Bahlani.
MashaAllah, and we have on our left
Sultan Ali al-Harthi.
Thank you very much for accepting the invitation and being with us today on the show. I'm really honored to have you, and it's very important to have people from different age groups to join us on the program. And today we have the both of you who are wonderful, and I would like to thank the school that you go to for providing this opportunity and being a partnership with us in this program. So, can we start with you, Rayyan?
Yeah, of course.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Rayyan.
Well, I'm 16 years old, and you know my name. My life objectives is to become one of the professional photographers, well known someday, and to become a great leader in Oman, one of the great leaders in Oman.
Inshallah.
And I want people to remember me with good deeds. That's when I'll be happy and satisfied.
Inshallah. What about you, Sultan?
I'm the same, 16 years old, and I would like to look at myself in several years' time as one of the best dermatologists in Oman, hopefully.
Inshallah.
And my objectives in life is to get a PhD in medicine to help the society. I am interested in following the Prophet's footsteps.
Inshallah. MashaAllah, that's very good, that's wonderful. Now, if I may ask you, what's the first thing that came into your mind when you heard about this program? Why did you join the program? We'll start with you, Sultan. Rayyan?
Actually, we were chosen from the school based on our qualities and because we like to talk a lot, basically.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and we give our opinions always and would like to make a difference. Like, that's why they chose us. So, and it's a good opportunity and great experience, and it's our pleasure to be in this program. And thank you for having us.
You're welcome. What about you, Sultan?
It's all about our educational standard in the school.
Yeah.
And how we communicate with the school people in the school itself.
Okay.
So, and we are so grateful for you. It's a pleasure for us to be here to share our opportunities and ideas.
Oh, the pleasure is all ours. So I would assume that both of you, this is the first time for you in the radio building, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Is it as per your expectation? Did you expect it to be this way, or is it better, worse? What do you think?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inshallah, maybe if we have opportunity, we'll go to the new building of the TV and radio, where you'll find really sophisticated studios for the next coming period, inshallah. Now, where do we start our show today? There is a lot to talk about, and I feel that let us start from the very beginning, which is school. So how many years have you got to graduate from high school?
2 more years.
2 more years. And how do you find school life? Is it enjoyable?
Yeah, it is. Because of our friends, of course. And it's great being in school rather than doing nothing at home.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that when we are in school, we want to finish school. We want to start work, want to be independent.
Everybody.
But and then when you start working, you miss the good old days where you had less responsibility.
You have to make every second count.
Yeah, school is good, but I think it's an opportunity for your personality to be molded, to find your way, to find your passion, and to be influential when it comes to your friends, and to keep that connection with everybody else. Because once you graduate and you go to university and then you start working, and years pass by, you get married, and you become responsible parents, and then you tend to forget your old friends, and then maybe you see them once a year, yeah?
Yeah.
So now it's a good time to bond with your friends and learn as much as you can. And education should be more fun. Yeah, it's not just to pass the exams. It's
Yeah.
more than that. It's a learning experience. And have any one of you traveled before?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, where to?
Mombasa,
Mombasa,
Thailand.
Sultan.
Scotland and different places like KSA, Malaysia, Thailand.
So, what's so special about these places where you went to?
If you have education at first,
Mm.
there's nothing special. Like everything is equal once education is at its finest.
No, I mean the experience that you had when you traveled. Is it very different from Oman, where you're coming from, or is it this almost the same? Did you notice anything that you liked, or maybe you wished that the same thing would happen here back in Oman?
It's probably equal,
Hmm.
but due to mother nature,
Hmm.
that's their advantage.
Okay, I remember when I was in the Far East, particularly in Malaysia, I liked the transport system. They have these tube trains. The transport is so efficient, and it's good, and it's easy to go around the city with that transport system. And I really hope and wish that one day Oman would have trains, yeah,
And buses as well.
and buses as well, and that would help lots of things in our life. What about you, Rayyan? What's your experience in traveling?
Well, I think in traveling they have different, like more tourism facilities
Mm-hmm.
than Oman, and we should work on adding tourist facilities in Oman.
Okay, like what, for example?
When I go to Africa, I mean Mombasa, they have water
park.
Yeah, we don't have that in Oman. I think we used to have it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we used to have it, I think, in
But,
Luhail. and
Yeah,
then
they closed it.
they
I don't
closed it
know
down.
why.
Yeah, especially with the heat that we have, it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I think a new one is coming up
Yes,
in Ma'bela,
Ma'bela or Mawad, I'm
Ma'bela,
not sure.
if I'm not mistaken. That would be great. What about entertainment in Oman? Do you think there is enough activities for young people like
No.
you guys in terms of entertainment?
No.
What would
Not
be the
at all.
perfect thing, yeah? What would be the perfect thing to have in Oman in terms of entertainment?
I think we have to add a lot of stuff because all we can do, everything, yani, we can do in weekends is only watch movies,
Mhm.
go to the movies, go to the malls, and that's it. That's what I do.
What about outward activities? Like young people, do they like to go to the farm, for example, for picnics, to go to the beach, sand dunes, wadis? You know, there's
I
other
think-
activity. I think Oman has a rich environment of tourism in terms of places, the different places that you can see.
Like from my point of view,
Yeah.
I think a small group or a society should prepare like a trip for youngsters to learn some self-managerial skills.
So you would love that.
Yes, during weekends.
Weekends or maybe summer
summertime
holiday-
as well, yeah.
summertime.
I agree with him.
I think there are few happening, but not within Oman, abroad. I know Sheikh Alfan Al-Isri has a trip every year for youngsters to go abroad and learn leadership skills.
Most of the trips are expensive, like very expensive,
Yeah.
because maybe you could go for 5 days. The trip is 5 days and it costs a lot because I remember once I wanted to go, but it was so expensive, so I didn't.
That's why I think something in neighboring countries, for example, which are much closer.
We have a
or
lot of
within
places
Oman,
in Oman.
Or in the country itself.
Within Oman.
Yeah, in
within
the country
Oman.
itself.
I think most of us have a particular country that they love, that they wish to visit. Yeah. Do you have any particular country, Sultan, that is the country of your dreams that you'd like to see?
Probably America,
America.
Mm.
Why is that?
because I haven't been there yet.
You haven't been there yet.
I want to see it.
You want to see? I think America is a whole continent, and there is a lot of diversity, different people living in America, different cultures, and there is a lot to see. I don't think a short trip can cover the satisfaction of seeing the United States
And Africa as well.
and Africa
Like
as well.
going to different places in Africa to see the poverty over there and how people suffer and how we're living in great. Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good. We'll speak more about poverty and social problems. You know, I'll tell you a small story that happened to me when I was in Africa. I was around 12, if I'm not mistaken. We were in a safari, and we stopped in one location, and I noticed there is a ostrich nest, and I saw a few eggs. So I took one egg and I slipped it into my backpack. Of course, unintentionally. I didn't know that it's not allowed. So the day we were coming back to Amman in the airport, we put our stuff into the scanning machine, and then the policeman looked at my dad with anger, and he said, "Sir, is this your bag?" And my dad said, "Yeah, those are our luggage." And then he said, "What's in it?" And my dad said, "Just the clothes for the children." He said, "Are you sure?" And my dad said, "Yes, I'm sure. Can I open it?" He said, "Yeah, go ahead and open it." And he put his hand into the backpack and he took out this egg, and my dad just froze, you know. He didn't know what to say because this is something illegal. It's like smuggling. And we went into a lot of trouble to resolve this. And that was an experience that I think after that I never traveled again with my dad.
You're very naughty.
So there are a few things that happen in our lives, and they become lessons, and we learn from them.
True.
So today, for example, if we give you an opportunity to be the leader of your school, what would you change?
The standard of education.
In what terms?
In most places around the country, around the universe, people have learned like a third language.
Yeah.
Whereas in Oman, not most schools have a third language. They're learning it, but in some schools they don't. I think they should implement that.
So you think learning a third language would be beneficial for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah,
Of
especially
course.
if you're traveling or you're going to work with multinational companies. So it's an advantage for you to know a third language. Yeah?
Even when you apply for work, it's an advantage. Sometimes, like not always.
Okay, I think we need to take a short break for Adhan al-Maghrib. So we'll continue inshallah after this short break.
Our listeners, now it's time for a call to prayers, Adhan al-Maghrib, according to the local timing of Muscat and its suburbs. Those who reside outside Muscat Governorate have to notice the time difference. Radio Sultanate of Oman.
Listeners, this is your host Hatem Al-Salam. Welcome back. With me, Royan Al-Bahlani and Sultan Al-Harthi. Welcome back, guys. I think we stopped at Sultan. You were suggesting introducing a third language to the curriculum at school. And this is something really great, as the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Man ta'allama lughata qawmin amina sharruhum." Whoever learns a language of a certain nation, then he is safe from the harm from that nation. This is something very good. What would be the language that you would like to introduce in school?
Probably French, because it's
French, eh?
If not French, then Mandarin,
Chinese. Rayyan? What? Germany.
Dutch.
I love 3 languages. They sound really music to my ears. Italian, Spanish, and French. I'm so lazy, but I would love to learn these 3. I would just
Same.
love to sleep and get up in the morning, and I
speak
just
different
Italiano. So, what about you, Rayyan? If you were given the position of the head of the school, what would you change in the school?
I would add more practical work.
Yeah, give us some examples. Like what?
Like in business studies, when you study business,
Yeah.
okay, it's all books.
theory.
Yeah, theory. So if we add more practical to that, it would be a good practice. Like we learn from it more than studying, in my opinion.
So, for example, like in any subjects which have to do with mathematics, physics, and chemistry, you have labs. But subjects like business, so you'd like to have something practical to have an idea of it.
Yeah.
I noticed one of the schools, they what they did is in the summer holidays they brought a few students from the schools, and they placed them in one of the companies to work like for 1 hour, 2 hours a week, to have a hang of it, what it feels like to be an accountant, or what it feels like to be in human resources or admin.
Or also to have an extra subject
Hmm.
where you just learn different types of skills.
Self-study subjects, you mean?
What sort of skills, Sultan?
Skills that will help you during life,
Yeah.
during your whole career.
You mean like soft skills, like presentation skills, communication skills,
Yeah.
All
report
type of
writing,
skills,
yeah,
all types of skills.
those sorts of skills. And I think most of the students who graduate and then they get like a shock when they start working and they find out that there's a lot of skills to be learned, and they have to catch up and start learning them while they could have learned them back in school. And I think that this is a good idea for schools to implement such subjects, and you can even you don't have to have marks for that.
Yes.
It can be an extra activity that the student chooses to do. Okay, now we have social problems in our community, and every community has these social problems. But in particular, in Oman, we have a problem with drugs. We have problem with overspeeding or fatal car accidents.
Eating while driving.
Yeah, taxing while driving,
Media
and
propaganda.
so there's a lot of things.
Rumors.
Yeah, where do we start? What would you like to talk about, Rayyan?
Drugs.
Drugs. Go ahead.
Well, a lot of teenagers are not aware of how bad drugs is. Like they don't know what are the consequences after getting addicted to it. Like what will happen next? What's the next step?
So, what do you think the cause that made these teenagers get into drugs in the first place? Was it bad influence from friends,
Yeah.
or was it someone has
Boredom also
boredom?
to experience.
So,
To experiment.
have you come across anyone that is suffering from a drug problem?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And what advice would you like to give the young people out there when it comes to drugs?
That I don't think you should follow a friend or anyone that's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
If you know it's wrong, then don't do it. You don't have to try it. Just because it's bad or anything, you don't have to try it.
Sometimes, you have a very close friend, and then the relationship that you have with that friend, okay, stops you from reporting such an incident, telling the authorities or telling the school that
Yeah.
my friend is suffering, thinking that I might be, helping my friend by concealing the truth, not telling
No.
the authorities.
If you're afraid to tell the authority, then you should advise your friend
Yeah. And
or try ways, to make him aware.
in the past
her.
years, we have noticed that many families have lost loved ones, especially from young people, from drug overdose. And I think instead of adults only doing the propagating and awareness for drug abuse, I think young people like you guys should take the initiatives in schools, in gatherings, to talk about these type of issues. Don't you agree, Sultan?
Of course, I agree.
Yeah.
We should also raise awareness to parents about the drug symptoms.
Yeah. And there's lots of organizations here in Oman that deal with drug problems, and you can go to them, like Jam'iyyat al-Haya, which is, I think, in Al-Khawd, which is a specialized charity organization for awareness when it comes to drugs. You can go to them and they can educate you on the symptoms. So if you see a friend who is always sleepy, for example, who slips from school, he doesn't come, he might have, for example, dark lips, or he's always dehydrated, or he has red eyes. So these are some of the common symptoms that you would notice that something is wrong. Yeah?
But spreading awareness is not the solution.
Yeah.
If you look at people who take drugs, if you keep on giving them solutions, giving them like awareness, they won't stop, because they will think that you are going in a different path. Don't interact, don't get into my path. Leave me alone.
So what do you think would be the solution, Sultan?
I think, drug dealers, they are killers, as we all know.
Yeah.
They deserve to be executed or to get a death sentence because of them killing innocent people.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. But that these are criminals and they should be punished severely, and without taking away the root cause of the problem, then the problem will continue to exist. But in the level of the authorities, we can't take someone from the street and execute him.
True.
Yeah. But from our level, what we can do is engage the youth into positive activities,
They should
like
also,
sports. Yeah.
They should also think, like, if they're doing drugs,
Yeah.
before doing it, they should think if what they're doing is right, then why are they hiding?
Yes.
Why are they doing it?
But let us not forget that many times some of these drug addicts are victims. Yeah. You might be with a friend and he might give you a drink or something, and there's drugs in it without you knowing, and then you become a drug addict. So things like these happen, in some of the societies. So someone needs to be aware and awake always.
You should keep the person busy at all times.
Yeah.
And for the parents, you should know where your son is going. Don't just leave him free and do whatever he is. Don't overestimate your son. Don't say, my son wouldn't do that. You should expect the unexpected.
Yes. Trust is something else, and being a guardian, being careful with your children, is something totally different. So, okay, you have trust with your towards your children, but at the same time, you should take care of them and make sure nothing harms them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another social problem is overspeeding or fatal car accidents. Yeah, this is something that is really hurting our community, and a lot of people have either lost their lives or they have become paralyzed because of these car accidents. So, have you both noticed young people driving recklessly on the streets?
Yes.
Yeah.
People who are new to driving.
Yeah. One day, both of you will be drivers as well. So, what do you think we should do as a community to reduce these car accidents, or even educate people in terms of driving, defensive driving?
I think we're lacking the number of radars in the streets. We should like increase the number of radars.
Really?
Yes. Because like for a certain point, 2 distances, like the person who's driving is free to go at top speed.
Yeah, and
And
I
once he
realized
sees-
something that they know where when is the radar, يعني, where they'll see it,
Where to
so
slow
they
down.
Yeah, where to slow down.
Yeah, but
exactly.
they also have these traps. Yeah, they have
Yes.
the traps on the streets where you have these small portable radars where you can't see them.
Yeah.
But still,
But the
sometimes
police are like doing their job. I realized.
yeah, they're doing their best. But
Yeah.
it's if you go to some of the European countries, you wouldn't find a single radar on the road.
Yes.
And people are always abide by the law, and they don't overspeed, and they don't have fatal car accidents like we have.
Because they're educated, well educated.
People
True.
here also are educated, but there's
No.
something wrong also.
They're
Isn't-
not educated in when it comes to this.
Traffic
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah.
It's
I think.
it's probably because of the driving instructor.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
How do you guys choose the driving instructor?
I think it's just a profession when you decide to turn your car into a training school, and then you get a license for it, and then you go ahead and teach people. There's no criteria. Now they've opened the what's it called? Road Safety Institute. Yeah, here next to the airport,
Yeah.
and they train the trainers.
The instructors.
Yeah, the instructors. But previously, the
They
instructors, anyone can become an instructor
Then
and
that's
teach
the
people.
problem.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was the
That's the
problem.
Once an incident happened to me. I was on the road. I was on the third lane on the right, and there was a bus in front of me, and it slowed down. Yeah, so I stopped behind the bus, and I kept enough space. And I looked at the rear mirror, and there was a trainer car, which is Ta'lim, and this guy was busy combing his hair while he was driving, and he did not notice that we had stopped. So I had to protect myself and do something, otherwise this guy is coming straight towards me. And thank God that I left enough space in front of the car, and I moved out of the road, and he directly hit the bus. So if that we don't say that all trainers are bad or they're not abiding by the laws, but a big majority of them are not well trained when it comes to defensive driving and training other people as well.
True.
Yeah?
True.
So we spoke about speed, which is important, but we also want to talk about being how do you say this?
Generation.
No, they use like the mobile phone when they drive, or they eat, or they
Yeah.
talk to friends.
I
So
witnessed-
distractions.
I
They
witnessed that.
Yeah.
Someone
So-
was eating a burger while driving.
But it's banned right now.
Yeah, it is banned,
But they still
people
do it.
So,
I saw
unless you do something, you educate people in this way and tell them and teach them that this is not the right way to do things, then they will
Sure.
continue on doing it. Rayyan, you're interested about this generation, yeah? There is a big difference between this generation
And the
and
old
the
generation.
old generation. What can you tell us about this? What do you think is the biggest difference between these two generations?
Technology.
Technology.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how fast we're developing stuff and everything.
So
The
this
big
generation
difference.
is more comfortable with technology, and they are more attached to technology
True.
than the previous. How will this affect their lives?
Can we talk about how parents
Yeah.
are not like they're not educating, or what can I say?
Say it in Arabic.
Huh?
Say it in Arabic.
Okay. يعني ما يربوا أبنائهم على حسب ال
Okay, so they
Yeah.
need to raise their children
Yeah, raise.
as per this generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they need to acquire the skills of this generation to be able to raise them
Yeah.
in.
And I noticed something that a lot of people say that older people, they say that we are a spoiled generation. Okay, they keep telling us that.
How do you feel when they say that you're spoiled
I feel
generation?
bad. I feel bad.
You feel bad. But
yeah.
Didn't we deserve that name?
No.
No?
Because
what do you think, Sultan?
They don't understand our generation. It's different. Because at their time, they didn't have technologies.
Yeah.
But nowadays, everything depends on
technology.
Electronics and technologies.
Yeah, I agree they didn't have technologies, but they were very, very abided by their responsibility. Yeah?
Yeah.
I think we should not take technology as being an excuse for not doing what we're supposed to do. Yeah? Technology is there. It's a two-edged sword. You can either use it in good or you can use it in evil. So, for example, nowadays when we go to family gatherings, yeah, everybody is busy flicking their mobile phone and nobody talks to the other. Yeah, this is technology, but it wasn't meant to do that. It was meant to bring people closer.
True.
Yes, we have lots of friends around the world that we have never seen and we've never heard of them, yeah? But we don't have real friends.
Yeah, but why do they call us a spoiled generation?
Well, it's a point of view. It will only disappear if you prove them wrong. Yeah?
Okay. Can I tell them a message?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So we always hear old people blaming us that we are a spoiled generation. And I want to remind them about a say.
Yes.
I'm not fully sure if it's from Umar bin al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu, but the meaning is raise your children according to the generation, because you're not born on the same generation.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You're very right.
And this generation depends on technology, so you have to go along with it. And if you don't go along with it, you'll be left behind.
Yes.
So instead of blaming us of being lazy because of technology, we want you to guide us to the right path. Do you agree, Sultan?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, that's a very, very wonderful, very nice thing to say, and I hope the parents out there and the listeners have got that message.
They should, like the older generations, they should take some skills from us, whereas we should also take some habits, and good things from them.
I think, look, there's people confuse between how people were raised at the past and how people are raised now. Okay, you can have both. Yeah, you should strike a balance. You should have something from the past, which are the values. Yeah, and you should use technology to fulfill the requirement that you want to achieve. Okay.
True.
Now, Rayan, for sure, you and Sultan, a few years from now, when you graduate, you're going to be parents. Yeah, and the technology at that time will be far more advanced than what you have now. So you will have challenges as well with your children. And you will also label your children as spoiled. Yeah? So you need to think about that, and you need to hold the hands of your parents and guide them on how you need their support.
Yeah.
Okay? Instead of the parents blaming the children that they're spoiled, and instead of the children blaming the parents that they don't understand us, yeah?
We should hold each other's hands.
We should hold each other's hands.
And agree to one decision.
So you're encouraged to use technology. You're encouraged to develop yourself, to learn skills, and your parents can learn those skills from you. But at the same time, you need to be responsible. Because one day you're going to be an adult. And if you don't learn responsibility from now, you'll never learn the responsibility. So don't depend on your parents to wake you up. Don't depend on your parents to remind you to pray. Don't depend on the maid to do your bed. You know,
we don't
things
have a
like
maid.
that. Yeah. So do you do your own bed? Yeah.
Yes. I have to think about it.
Yes.
Like some parents are very strict.
Yeah.
Towards the younger generation, their kids. I think they shouldn't be. They should give the
trust.
They should give the younger, like the siblings, not the siblings, the offsprings, freedom to do whatever they want to do.
Okay, let us take this scenario. If I'm your parent, yeah, and I give you total freedom to do whatever you want, do you think you're going to do the right thing?
No, you have to just like give me a few tips.
Yeah, so I need to guide you.
Yes.
Yeah, but at the same time, you need to prove to me that you are worth that trust. Okay, so you need to do things for me so that I can allow you to do things your way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not from one side, it's mutual understanding. So your parents have a list of things for you to do. Okay, like take care of your studies, take care of your personal items, pray and things like that. So if you fulfill these things without them reminding you, they would say, oh, mashallah, Sultan has become a responsible person, so I would allow him a little bit of freedom. Yeah, I don't know if you agree with me. I might be wrong. I'm just speaking up my mind because I'm caught up in the middle between that generation and this generation. By the way, how old do you think I am?
30 something.
30 something.
45 probably.
Yeah, Sultan, what's wrong with you, man?
Sultan
45. You know the young kids who were here last week, when I asked them how old do you think I am, they said 96. And they said it with a big smile.
Oh my God.
So I think
I think you're 38,
Sultan,
صح?
28.
38. You're in your late 30s.
No, I'm 36.
Okay, that's close.
Yeah, but
at least not 40.
The gray hair is fashion. You know, I like to be different. Okay, so do you have anything else, Rayan, to say?
Can we talk about Muscat Youth Summit?
Have you been to Muscat Youth Summit before?
No, but I would love to.
You would love to.
But
so the people in Ithar, yeah, this organization, this government organization who are organizing this, you have a candidate here who is Rayan Al-Bahlani, who is interested to be at the Muscat Youth Summit, and she has something to say. Go ahead, Rayan.
The problem is that it's only from 18 plus.
So they should give an opportunity for younger people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are the youth, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, from age 14 to 18, like we're the future.
Yes.
And I'm really happy to see how hard they're really working, and but I'm disappointed.
Okay, I
because
assure
they haven't
you,
chose us.
Inshallah, the message will reach to them.
Inshallah.
I work in the same building with them.
Really?
So I will pass the message to them that
Please do.
They need to lower the age group for joining Muscat Youth Summit.
At least 16, at least.
At least 16, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Sultan?
Yeah.
Any messages?
To the Muscat Youth Summit?
Anything.
A message that I would like to announce to all the audience right now is education and education.
That's
Never criticize or neglect the importance of education.
When we started, Sultan, you said you wanna earn a PhD in what? Something?
In medicine.
In medicine. Yeah, why is that? Why did you choose medicine? You know, some people think that medicine is a difficult field, that you have to study a lot for many years, and you're constantly updating yourself and studying, and work is not so easy in the hospital. So why did you choose medicine?
Because if you look at the medical standard in Oman, like most people, when they get ill, they go abroad to different countries.
Yeah.
Why don't we attract people to come to our country? Why don't we attract foreigners to come to our country to get treated?
Yes.
So that's a future plan. That Sultan will apply it in Oman, inshallah.
They don't come to our country because our medical standard isn't that high.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I believe, Sultan, if you have a dream, go for it. Yeah, and make sure you believe in your dream, and one day, inshallah, you will make it.
Inshallah.
And you will change the medical field in Oman.
Inshallah.
Rayan, you said you wanted to be a professional photographer, yes? Yeah, you love photography?
Yeah, actually I started from now, but I'm still working my way.
What sort of pictures do you like to take? You know, what field of photography?
I enjoy kids photography.
Kids photography.
Because you can see the innocence in their faces. It's so cute.
Yes. How do you see yourself in, like, say, 10 years or 5 years?
How do I see myself?
Where do you see yourself?
Can I exaggerate?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay, I see myself really, really professional photographer, well known, with maybe around 20,000 followers on Instagram. Inshallah, yani.
In reality or only on Instagram?
I only have 2K now, so I want more.
I think we have a call. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I forgot to mention, I think we lost that call. I forgot to mention to our listeners that they can call us and join us on the program. Our number is 24602058, 24602058, 24602058. Please do call us and ask us difficult questions for Rayyan and Sultan.
Why?
Yeah, and they will be more than happy to hear your questions. So Rayyan, we were talking about photography. Now, I want to ask you a difficult question.
Go ahead.
Yeah? If I award you 1 million riyals for both of you, what would you do? Where do you start?
You're gonna start with me or Sultan?
Anyone?
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Yes.
First,
Mm-hmm.
first, I'm gonna try to get rid of the poverty in
Yes.
our country. Okay, so I'm gonna give them part of that money, and I would love to go to Umrah
Yes.
again, and also I'd buy a camera, another professional camera, and lenses, different lenses.
What about you, Sultan?
I would probably do the same thing. Like I would give some money to poverty,
Yeah.
to poor people, so they can feel like a bit satisfied. And with the rest of the money, I would try to like get a better like sports facilities in Amman.
Sport facilities. What sort of... Do you do any sports, Sultan?
Yes, I play football.
You play football. You're good at it?
Inshallah.
What's your
Inshallah,
favorite
not
team?
an
What's your favorite team?
I'm Barcelona.
Barcelona. Barsha. MashaAllah.
Same.
Well, you guys, I invited you here to the radio station and I'm nice to you. And none of you said that part of the million riyal you'll give it to Hatim. What's wrong with you guys?
We
So-
forgot you, wallah, I forgot. Next time.
So if you're given an opportunity to work at the radio station, would you like to work at the radio station? To have programs? Sultan? No?
No.
Sultan is very shy today, yeah?
Okay, I wanna ask you about the media.
Yeah.
Since you're working here.
Yeah.
I guess you studied media, right?
Uh,
No?
I'll get back to your question after this call.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you very much.
Can you please turn down your radio so that you can hear us from the phone?
Done, my dear friend.
How are
sorry.
you? Yes, go ahead.
I have been through your program
Yes.
for quite some time. You told that ask difficult question to the guest.
No, I was joking. I'm not.
Oh my
But-
God. So you put
but,
us through?
but go ahead. Yeah, ask them difficult question. Yeah, make it
I
more
would
exciting.
like to address a young lady over there with you.
Yes, go ahead. She's listening to you, Rayyan.
Yeah, I know that. Young lady, just excuse me if I'm wrong or if I'm hurting any of your feelings. Just excuse me for that.
Okay.
Go ahead, brother.
By your conversation, I felt that you are more enthusiastic and aggressive. Aggressive, but maybe wrong. I don't know. But you're enthusiastic.
In what way?
In what way? Yeah.
That you want to cut down the youth summit age. You
No.
want to
No,
That's
I-
not
tell
what
you
I
that
meant.
you are naughty or whatever.
No.
I don't know.
No,
I
no.
don't
I
use that word.
I think you misunderstood her.
Yeah, you
Now
did.
the age
Anyway,
for
that's what I said. Please excuse me if I hurt you in any way.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
Rayyan, can you explain what you meant?
I
about
meant that us, the young teenagers, we want a chance to participate in this.
that? Muscat
That's
Youth
true.
Summit.
That's true.
Yeah.
Point fully taken, madam. Point fully taken. And I just simply want to ask you some very small question.
Okay. Ask.
Did you ask your parents to give you the responsibility of the running your family? In the sense that, for example, I will say that you tell your parents, Baba or Mother, whatever you call them, give me 500 riyals, I will run the house. I will buy things, I will manage the budget, something like that.
I can do that, Yani. They can trust me for that because
That is what called the trust building. If
Yeah.
you take the initiative, I want to take the responsibility and I will prove it that I am worth trusting for certain things. Have you taken that initiative?
Yeah, actually, my parents give me a lot of responsibilities.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Then my
okay.
question is in vague.
Yeah, we always welcome your questions and your calls. And
Thank you.
This program is there to discuss issues and share point of views.
Since I got struck when they say that parents have to grow the children in a best possible way. They should trust. Definitely, they should trust, but they should not give them so much freedom that it should not be misused.
Yes, you're absolutely right, because everything has to go into order.
Yes.
At work, at school, or at home.
For example, I have given my kids a responsibility. I give them some budget.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what a part of my monthly income. I give it to them.
Yes.
Okay, I tell them, okay, with this budget, you have to do certain things. XYZ, that household things, that is a family member.
Yes.
Yeah.
You manage this fund. And end of the month, tell me what you did with that, how much you brought something, how much you saved, or how much you have overexpensed.
Yes.
Wait. What's your name? What's your name?
With that, kids will have the responsibility. No, I have to spend it wisely on the right things and not on the unnecessary things.
Yes, sir. Rayan wants to say something to you.
Yes, please.
What's your name first?
My name is Vipin. Vipin.
Vipin. Yes.
Okay, Vipin. I think what you're doing with your kids is really good, and that will build up a lot of things in them. Like, you show them that you trust them, and that's good. And you also give them responsibilities. So I totally
giving them responsibility. I just focus them. Okay, what is the outcome? So accordingly, I can give them more responsibility, and they will be more good citizens.
Yes.
Yeah,
they
true,
will be more responsible.
True.
That is the only idea, and that is the one best thing parents can do to start with.
Yes.
Yeah.
If your children are comfortable and they are honoring your trust, they are fulfilling your expectations, then you can give them more flexibility, more freedom. You can say, no, I have tested my kids. They have done well in these particular areas. So let me give them more freedom. So they will be a more sensible person.
Thank you very much, Vipin, for your point of view. But we have only a few minutes to close the show. So thank you very much, and point taken. And please do call us. We're here every Thursday from 5:30 to 6:30. So
I will do that, sir.
And encourage also your children and your loved ones to call. You're most welcome. This show is yours.
I know, sir.
Thank you, Vipin.
Nice of you.
Thank you, Vipin.
Thanks.
Yes, Rayan. Sultan,
yes.
Are you with us?
That was unexpected.
Yeah,
but okay.
But it's good.
It's good.
To hear. Now at least you know that someone is listening.
True.
Yeah?
Yes.
And they're listening to me, not Sultan.
So, what do you think of tourism?
Tourism?
Yeah. Most of the people say that in their holidays they would go abroad to other countries. But I think Oman has a lot of
beautiful places. Yeah,
so
we do.
What do you have to say about tourism?
We have to build up these places.
Yeah. What can we do?
I think Sultan has a message.
Sultan, do you have a message?
I would just like to say that tourism in Oman is at its finest right now. We should just increase some things that people need, like foreigners need in touristic places.
Like what?
Toilets and everything.
Yeah, so facilities. Yeah, like for example in Salalah. Yeah, we know that every year a lot of visitors come to Salalah, so we need more accommodation.
Yeah.
We need
they
more
should
toilets,
give Ministry of Tourism should give the chance to young
people
to give their ideas, because I think they have a lot of ideas that are hidden, and they should give them the chance to express those ideas.
I hope the officials from the Ministry of
I hope they're hearing
Tourism
this.
they're listening to today's program, and I would assume that their doors are open always for new ideas.
True.
Yeah, they should involve the youth in such decisions or projects like the Salalah one. Yeah, so why not? We would like to see more young people in these areas. Anything else that you wanted to add?
Can we talk about education?
Yes, you can.
Because I have concerns about education.
Yes, go
and
ahead.
I have a message to the students, all the students who are listening. First, let's talk about education, then I'll tell them what's the message.
Okay.
Okay, so you start.
I start?
Yeah.
Okay, what about education? Do you mean school level or do you mean university level?
Actually, education, I think education is basically life.
Yeah.
It's the main reason why we move forward. So without education, we're nothing.
Yeah, but the trend now is some of the young people
don't like to study.
They think maybe it's not important or it's not relevant, or maybe there's more interesting things to do out there.
I think they have a lot of problems with the teachers.
Yeah.
From my experience.
Yeah.
And for that, I want to tell them.
Yeah.
They should build a relationship with the teachers, like friendship.
Okay.
So if you like the teacher and you like the subject, then you'll study.
Yeah.
You'll get motivated. You'll feel like it's something nice. But if you hate the teacher, you're gonna hate the subject. You're gonna hate the studies. You're gonna hate everything.
Yeah, but let us go back a little bit, Rayyan. For example, you hate the teacher and you're doing bad in that subject. Let us not forget, at the end of the day,
they are teachers.
No, not their teachers. It's for your own benefit.
True.
So if you don't do good, it's going to affect you. It's not going to affect the teacher. I think we should take a proactive stand. If we see something that we don't like or maybe we're not comfortable with, we should go to the authorities and try and change something. We should advise or give suggestions on how we can develop things, and because it's our future we're talking about, yeah? So, but if we're doing very bad in that subject and then you fail or you repeat that year, and then your future is at risk.
Yeah, and parents pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they want to see their kids and they want to be proud of their kids. So you should work hard, not only for yourself, but for your parents as well.
Yes.
Because they are part of your life.
You have friends out there?
Yeah, a lot.
What would you like to tell them tonight?
As Sultan said, education.
Sultan?
Wait, but I have a message.
Yeah, I knew it. I
have a message.
Give Sultan a chance.
Okay, Sultan,
As we all know, education is a process or a form of learning.
Yeah.
In which knowledge, it's not necessarily knowledge, it can be skills that is transferred from one generation to another generation. Like, let's imagine the world without schools or colleges. It's impossible, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Stone Age.
Yes, that's the importance of education. You just learn everything.
Okay, guys, we have the last minute on this show.
Can I say my message?
Yes, you can say your message, but make it very short.
Okay. I think it's a bit long, just a little bit.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that every living creature wants to achieve something, okay? Everyone has a goal they want to reach, even if they don't realize it at the moment, okay? But my advice to them, everyone who's listening actually, is then never give up, okay? We can all be Albert Einstein, Ishaq Newton, Oprah Winfrey, or even Hatem Abdel Salam.
Oh my God.
Okay. If we work hard and get education, we can get there.
Okay.
So if you know right, just do right.
Thank you very much, Rayyan.
Welcome.
Out of everything, I just would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to share our ideas.
Thank you all for accepting the invitation.
I hope we come again.
Inshallah. Dear listeners, I'm your host, Hatem Abdel Salam. Thank you for tuning in to 90.4 to your program, Young Leaders. See you next week, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.